This may be the most beautiful sounding tape emulation I have heard so far. Neold, who have made amazing analog sounding plugins like V76U73 and Big L, have made Warble, which is a tape effect plugin or a tape modulator in the words of Neold themselves. The plugin will add a sound to your audio without using the effects. But you cannot really drive it as a tape machine. This audio track has 24 decibels of extra gain and the difference is minimal with no boost. WOW and Flutter are closely related tape recorder errors. I say errors because these effects exist due to a faulty calibration of a tape machine or broken parts. WOW causes a periodic low frequency movement, which usually happens when the tape motor isn't playing back at a constant speed, which you mostly hear in the lower frequency range, which sounds like this. And Flutter takes place in a higher frequency range and is more random, and can happen due to, for instance, a bent capstan spindle or broken pinch rollers, and will introduce a quicker modulation in the higher frequencies. Fortunately, these errors give very welcome modulation effects, which are somewhat related to chorus, tremolo and vibrato, but have their own character. Neold actually have a very well written in-depth blog series on their site on how old tape decks work and what gives that their sound. I have that linked in the description of the video. The little screws will let you increase or decrease the WOW and Flutter speeds. Control or command click will reset any parameter to 0, which is nice to have. Warble has more controls to add life to your sound, and the controls here at the center are the ones to do that. Turning up the H dial will emulate old tape more and more, and that results in getting more low end, less high frequencies and more total harmonic distortion. I like that on the master bus, and with the dry-wet control I can dial in how much of this warm thick low end I want on the master. Dirt makes the sound dirtier, which is actually useful in combination with more boring sounds. And noise adds noise, low hum and crackle artifacts. That is more of a rarely used option for me. The high and low cut by themselves are just a high and low cut, but they are way more interesting when you use these little screw dials. If you turn them up, they will introduce resonance. That will give more character and is great for creating very musical filter low pass or high pass breakdown effects. With the low Q setting, they are very smooth and natural. Now the knobs down here are basically a bypass switch. I think it's amusing it's done old tape recorder style. And the fast and slow will set an overall tape speed, but this will also affect the overall sound of the plugin. Slow will lower the tape bump, low boost and noise by roughly an octave or 12 semitones, just like on a real tape deck. The plugin adds 0.7 milliseconds of latency, so that's basically nothing. And I didn't notice any noteworthy CPU usage on my system, so that is very low. Is this plugin a one-trick pony? Well, no, but it is more of a specialist plugin for sure. Where I think this plugin will shine is on audio which is bland and needs movement. Think of especially elongated sounds like synth pads and guitar harmony parts. This plugin has a thick, warm and musical sound and is very analog and tape-like, more than most of its direct competitors. So how does Warble compare to the tape effect plugin which is displayed on screen and linked in the description? Only one way to find out.